So I started off with the Valentine top and I've also finished one of the sleeves. I've used the same stitch which I demonstrated already in my earlier video, which I'm going to link here somewhere. I've ended it using shell stitches. So before I started off with this sleeve, I wanted to show some important things that I keep in mind while making the sleeves. Now here if you see, the sleeve is bending downwards just because I have kept some factors in mind. If you observe the sleeve, you will see that this is slanting. It has a shape to it. If you observe these rows of white hearts, you will see that they are sloping like this. That's because I started my crochet work from here, and every time I completed a row, I added few more stitches, then went back, and then coming back again I added few more stitches. So that's what I wanted to share in this video today. I will start this side of the sleeve, but first I need to make loops. So on the inner side, instead of starting with a chain for my crochet stitches on this fabric, I make loops over the fabric. So since this one already has some lines, I use those as markings. So every 2 lines I make a stitch. So I inserted the needle from here and the thread is coming out from here. Now I'll skip 2 stitches, I mean 2 lines, and here from here I'll go inside and come out skipping 2 lines again. So this is my first chain. Again I will start from here and then come out from here. This is my second chain. I use this chain as my foundation chain for starting the crochet. And when I make these stitches, I don't pull it very tight because I will need some space for my crochet hook to enter this stitch. So I leave some gap. And if you see from the front side, you won't see any stitches here, because I'm not going all the way inside like this. I'm not going like that. I am going like this and coming out like this. So from the front side, the needle won't appear. So I am going to complete this whole stitches, and then I will get back to you on how I start the crochet stitch. I had to turn the lights on. So this is how I'm going to end. Now I'm going to come out from the almost the same point from where this thread is coming, and then this needle is not going to make a proper stitch over here because this is the joint. So what I'm going to do is, instead of going like this and coming out from here, I'll go directly into this and try to pierce. So that will be my 1 stitch, extra one, and then I'm going to join this to this somewhere over here. And that will be my second stitch. So this is, and from here anyway in continuation I have the stitches. I'm going to make a knot. I am using a crochet thread from Red Hearts for making this stitch. Actually I am using Lorena Superfine yarn for making the crochet stitch, which is this one. The white thread that is used here is Lorena Superfine, which is this. But the thread that I used for making this stitch, actually I am trying to conceal all this, so I'm going to sew in the ends. So that way my thread will never come out after washing and all. And I'm going to cut it very close. So for this stitch I'm using this kind of crochet thread. This is much stiffer, whereas this thread, what I have observed, if I use this thread for making the crochet stitch, it loses all the starch because the thread keeps going inside and outside, so the thread loses its starch and it kind of splits. So I didn't use this one for making the stitch. I generally prefer using crochet thread. So this is in size 10, and also the needle that I'm using here is a regular needle, which is a little bigger, and it has a good enough hole where my yarn can go inside. So I'm going to now start the making the crochet stitch over this sleeve. I have to match it with this side. I started this side with pink, and this is what I did. I made a triangle first. So I'm going to start with the Lorena Superfine pink thread. This is in fuchsia pink. So I'm going to start from the shoulder. Start in the 4th stitch from the center, which is this one, and I'm going to add the pink color here. Now I will do a chain of 1. I'm going to do half double crochets throughout. Even though I need to do 2 chains, I am only doing 1 chain here because I want to keep this row as close to the cloth as possible. And going forward in the coming 6 stitches, I'm going to do half double crochets. Now this is the time when I have to add white. So I'm going to add white here, pull through using white, and now I'm going to do only a single crochet in white. Even though I am supposed to do half double crochet, I'll do single crochet because I want to keep it closest to the cloth, the fabric. Now I will turn the work. Again I'll do just a chain, and in the same stitch in the next row I'm supposed to do 3 whites. So pull through using pink. Now I have to reduce, so I'll go in the first one, do a single crochet into the second one, and then pull through all the 2. I have explained the stitch in my previous tutorial. The purpose of this video is basically to show you how I make it over the sleeve. The last 2 stitches is decreases, so I'll go into this one and hold, and instead of going into the last stitch I will go into the stitch below, so that the stitch comes very closer to the fabric, and then I'm going to pull through using white. I have to make row 2 here. So row 1 I had a single crochet in white, but row 2 has 3 half double crochets in white. So here what I'm going to do is I'll do 3 half double crochets in white, I will not do it in this stitch. I will not do all the half double crochets in this stitch like I did here. I did 3 half double crochets in one stitch, but here I'm going to do 3 half double crochets in 3 stitches. I had 5 pinks here, so I will do in the second row I need to have 5 pinks. So every time I am going to increase, when I mean increase, I am going to include 6 to 8 more stitches, and the 5th one I will do single crochet, not half double crochet. Now again I will turn the work. So if you see now, I've made row 1 till here and row 2 till here. Now I'll start row 3 here, which will go all the way till here. So I'll keep on including extra stitches, 6 to 8 extra stitches based on my row. Another thing that I wanted to share in this is, since this is an Intarsia pattern where I have 2 colors, I have to be mindful about tangling of the threads. So what I do is I put one of the yarn on the right side and the other yarn on the left side. And every time when I use the thread, I leave it to that side. Now in this row, I'll again do chain 1 instead of chain 2. I'm supposed to have 3 stitches here. So I'm going to decrease. Pull through. So I'm leaving this thread over this side and I will pull the white thread and pull through using white, and I have to increase white. Now I'm leaving this thread on the left and picking the thread from the right. Pull through using pink and again reduce here. If you want, you can tuck the previous thread from the back side, but I don't do that because sometimes it may appear like this and I don't like that look, so I let it loose. It's fine with me. So I'm going to reduce this one again. Now I need to pull this using white, and this 3 has to become 5. Now this is what you need to see here. For making it 5, I'm increasing in the first stitch and I am going to do only 1 in the second stitch. Now this is where I'm supposed to increase. So the way I'm going to increase is, instead of going in the top, I'll go somewhere in the middle and do 1, and I will go in the base stitch or the next stitch, whichever is comfortable for the yarn, like whichever would look better. I think I'll go in the next stitch, and I will do, this time I will do a half double crochet instead of single crochet because the height has increased. So I want this height also to be increased, but it's looking straight. So I think instead of doing that, what I will do is I will go in this stitch instead of this stitch. I'm trying to wrap the yarns, which are the leftovers from behind, and then do the half double crochet. So that way it is coming closer also and it's looking good. Now what is my next? My next has to be 3 of pink. So I'm leaving this yarn this side, picking the yarn from this side. And from the next stitch onwards, I will do 3 half double crochets. But see, that's the reason why I keep pulling through using the other color yarn. So I don't want this color yarn, I want this color yarn to be pulled through. And then I will do 3 half double crochets here. I'm sorry, I don't think this video is going to be a very well explained video. I know that this one was a bit difficult to explain because when you're doing, you just do it so intuitively, but explaining may not be always very easy. So I did 3, I added 3 more. I want to add at least 3 more, but I have a 5 here. So the next thing that will come in the pattern is 5 of white half double crochets. So I am going to do all the 5. So I will pull through using white and then do 5 half double crochets. In the last one I will do a single crochet so that there is a slant here. Now the third row, you can see I started from here and I have extended it to here. So that's how I will keep on including more stitches in the sleeve. I will do that in the entire of this sleeve. That's what I did here on this side until I reach here. So if you observe this side, I started with 1 heart, then I got 2 hearts, then I got so many hearts. So by the time my crochet started appearing from here, there was already 1.5 or 2 inches of work here. So that has caused it to slant a little bit. I've also bought new set of crochet hooks, which I'm going to share with you a mini haul in my next video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this made some sense.